Downtown Barrie and the lakefront is a very popular spot in Barrie. It has lots of restaurants and shops that you can walk to and walking trails as well as beaches. Barrie's waterfront is a major attraction for residents and tourists, spanning more than 5 kilometers. There are lots of activities that you can do here, which include beach volleyball, skating, hockey, biking, boating, and there's also an inflatable water park in the summer.
I gave you a quick rundown of our pedestrian zone / city center here. In our town there are many independent shopkeepers / small business owners, but also big chains are represented. Cafes and fountains are spread all over our pedestrian zone. And all in all, our city center is nicely designed and I spend a lot of time in it. We have many larger open spaces where some kind of market is held pretty much every week. Most of our churches are located in our city or around the city. We also have an outlet with over 120 other stores, but there are more major brands represented and it is in the near future to be further developed.
This is one of the famous sculptures in our city, and it is situated downtown Barrie right above the water. It was originally created by the sculptor Ron Baird for Expo 86 in Vancouver, British Columbia. Expo 86 was a large fair held in Vancouver in 1986, and it had a lot of art displayed on it, and this piece was one of them. The spirit catcher represents the Aboriginal people of Canada and is influenced by the Aboriginal myth of the Thunderbird. It is also known as the Spirit Catcher, and it became the first work of the McLaren Art Center's permanent collection and is still the center's largest piece.
Our city is also known as the City of Roses and Steeds. Here you can see our famous stud farm. Today it is known for its modern breeding station, racecourse, jumping facility and indoor riding arena. It's located along our alley, and if you look closely you can see it from our school. This is our alley. In fact, it can be said that it is an important part of our city, because it stretches through a large part of it, and many attractions that our town offers are connected by it. For example, our beer garden, the rose garden, the fish stairs, and the stud farm, and much more. It is especially popular among joggers and families going for their Sunday walks. Our alley is divided by the Black Creek, our Schwarzbach.
Moving down to the city of Toronto Tower. The CN Tower was the tallest tower in the world after it was built in 1973 and is capable of broadcasting signals far and wide across the region. It is 553 meters tall, has 11 elevators which go 22 kilometers an hour and 1,773 steps. It has a sky pod, which is an observation area, and the edge walk where you can walk around the top of the tower, a 360 restaurant at the top of the tower which rotates around, and glass floor where you can see the city below.
This is our famous rose garden. Remember, our city is famous for its roses and steeds. It is 1 alley-half long, but huge. There are many fountains of different sizes, like in our city center. In the rose garden there are hundreds of different beautiful flowers and rose kinds. I like this place because it isn't crowded at all, and mostly older people visit it. That means you can study here great. Besides, there are always nice events like the Night of Lights or a picnic in the park.
Kensington Market is also in Toronto and is a walkable neighborhood that has lots of shops and food spots of many different cultures. There's lots of vibrant colors and loud music all around. It is bordered by Spadina Avenue on the east, Bathurst on the west, Dundas in the south, and College Street in the north. Historically, what made this area a site of startup immigrant enterprise was the affordability of the commercial retail space, which is why and how there are so many cultures immersed in the area today.
This part of Zweibrücken is also called Herzogvorstadt, but Rathausplatz is more common. This is where the mayor has his office and also other organizational things are regulated here. The city administration as well as the district and regional court have, for example, also their seat here. This spot also happens to be one of my favorites because I just find the buildings there so stunning.
This is our school, Innisdale Secondary School. Kids grade 9 to 12 go here, and it has the largest student population out of all the schools in Barrie. It has many classes and programs to offer. However, one of the more notable ones is Global Perspectives. Global is an academic program that includes 5 credits and travels to Cuba and Germany with its class. Although we weren't able to travel this year, the exchange portion in Germany allows for a good way to experience global relations and can be immersed into another culture to learn more about it by first-hand experience.
This is our sightseeing highlight, the Duke's Castle. It was destroyed in the Second World War, but as you can see, it was restored. With our churches, it is one of the many historical builds of our city. It is decorated by our city emblem. Today, it's the seat of the higher regional court. The garden at the back of the castle is also beautiful. Our Schloss is located right in the city center. If you look closely enough, there you can see our school. This is my school, the Helmholtz Gymnasium, which participates in the project Global 2022, in which I attend now already 6 years. In the video you can see only the new building in our new truck hall, but there's still the old building. On the benches I spend every break with my friends.